Hey, I am back to do a sit down video with you guys. It has been a while since I've done a video with just me by myself sitting down and talking. If you clicked into this, then you know I am pregnant again. So we're expecting our second baby. So for this video, I wanted to do a first trimester pregnancy update. I am 13 weeks right now. So I'm just getting out of that first trimester, and I thought I better do this video before it's been too long and I forget all the things that I want to talk about. I think I kind of jotted down a couple different categories. Maybe I'll go through them just to kind of keep on track, because I am a talker and I easily get off track. So if I don't follow these points, this video will probably be like half an hour long. So let's just start with, I'm looking down here so I can look at my notes. So I thought maybe we could talk about body symptoms first, because that is the number one thing I feel like people think about is how are you feeling, and what has changed in your body. This pregnancy, I have been so sick. That was kind of one of the things that tipped me off to knowing I was pregnant, is even before I even got a positive pregnancy test for 2 weeks, I was so nauseous. And then I took a pregnancy test, and the next day I threw up twice. And then that just kind of continued. And so the last couple months has been really hard because I feel like I've barely been able to leave my house. That's causing me a lot of mental stress and guilt. Maybe I'll talk about that in kind of the mind category, but that I am really struggling with. And then, so let's move on to some other bodily symptoms. I have been so tired as well. I think that's a given no matter who you are. Most people that I know who have been pregnant or are pregnant, you're so tired. For some reason, it's it doesn't matter if I sleep 8-9 hours a night. It really doesn't matter how much I sleep. Even if I had a nap in the afternoon, I'm always so tired. It's hard to move, hard to do anything. And it's just because your body is working in overtime. So I'm experiencing a lot of frustration as well, because there's so many things I want to do right now. And so many projects I want to work on, but I've just been so sick and so tired to do it that I can't wait to feel a little better so I can tackle all these things I want to do in the house before the baby gets here. Another bodily symptom I've been feeling is I am so freezing all the time, and not because it's winter. I'm always a cold person. I'm never one of those people, I never have hot flashes. I never get warm. I am always freezing, but especially this pregnancy, more than ever. Even right now I'm sitting here, I'm cold. So I usually have blankets on me or a ton of layers. So yeah, I don't know why I'm having that symptom. That's kind of weird. So freezing. Another thing is my belly is growing way faster than with my first pregnancy, which is to be expected with the second one because my body's already growing and stretched and knows what to do now. So I'm already at 13 weeks starting to get a little bit tight and itchy on my belly. It's so weird because I didn't feel like that till I was plus 20 weeks with Rhys. But different pregnancy and different baby, so I don't know. Next kind of symptom category I want to get to is kind of mental or mind, my mind space right now. With my first pregnancy, the first trimester, I was kind of crazy. I was very irrational, very moody. I had crazy mood swings. I would just start crying and freaking out. This one, I'm definitely doing better that way. One of the first signs that I knew I was pregnant, and Steve even said, I'm pretty sure you're pregnant right now, is because I was so snappy. Oh my gosh, I was terrible. Really dramatic, and lots of different things were making me cry that normally wouldn't make me cry. And we both just kept saying, okay, I must be pregnant, until I finally got the pregnancy test and it was yes, because I have been insane right now. But then that was the first few weeks, and then it kind of balanced out, and now I'm at a very understandably emotional kind of pregnancy mind space right now. Definitely doing better than my first pregnancy. So yeah, with this pregnancy, I think I am controlling my emotions a little better, but in like the irrational kind of mood swing kind of way, but I'm feeling a little more blue with this one, and it's definitely a hormonal thing because I'm so excited and so happy to be having this second baby. We definitely tried for it. We definitely planned and wanted this baby so much. Like I said, the mom guilt. I know us moms, we're too hard on ourselves. I mean, if I go one day and I don't do a fun activity with Rhys, I like feel awful about it. And the other day I was talking to my grandma and she was like, don't think like that, because for Rhys, he just loves being with you. Anything he does at his age is exciting and fun, and even just being at home, like he loves his playroom, he loves his toys, he loves being with you. That is enough for him, and anything on top of that is like, wow, it's magical and it's wonderful, but he just likes being with you. And she was like, you are too hard on yourself. And it's true. I think as moms, it's super easy to beat ourselves up about so many little things, and I find that I've been doing that so much lately, and I really need to get better at appreciating and praising myself for the little victories. And now I have another little baby that I'm taking care of too, so I need to find a balance and be kinder to myself. The other thing I think that is contributing to me feeling a little blue is sort of a lack of relatability to other people that I'm feeling right now, and which is causing me to have this like lonely sort of feeling. And I'm not lonely in the sense that I'm alone. But the problem is Steve and I, we had children before most people that we know around us that are our age. So we don't really have any friends that are even married or have children. And I would never change it for the world. This is 100% what we wanted and what we want to be doing, is having our children at this age right now, young, and we love it, and we love that we have the energy, and I just wouldn't change it for the world. I would not change my life for the world. But the downside to having children before everybody else and having children at like a younger kind of age is that it does get kind of lonely sometimes, in the sense that we don't have any friends that are living a similar lifestyle to us, and not having anybody who has small children right now or is pregnant or has been pregnant recently to be able to talk about some of these things and relate and compare and look to for advice. I know tons of women that are mothers and have had children, but most of them, their children are teenagers to adults now. So they've already been through this kind of young toddler and baby phase years ago. And so it's good to hear like their wise kind of perspective, you know, but they're not currently living it. So they can't currently like share their current experiences, you know. Going back to the mom guilt, feel really bad that I don't have that Rhys doesn't have like a friend like that to come over and to have play dates and to go to the park with. It's been really hard for me, and a couple weeks ago like I had a breakdown to Steve because I was just like, I feel like I can't relate to anybody. Maybe that's kind of down and blue, but I have hope, because I was telling our family friends about this the other day, and they're really active in our church, and their kids are teenagers, so they have raised their children already. And she said to me that, you know, she felt like that too. And when you are a mom, no matter how old you are, you need friends that are also moms. Like, you as a woman, you really need that companionship and that closeness and that support. And so she referred me to this like mommy sort of support group through our church, but it doesn't start up till January. So I'm so excited, and I can't wait. I really feel it's making me feel like even more positive thinking about this like opportunity and this chance to be able to talk to other moms, because I really haven't had that the entire time I've been a mom. And with this pregnancy, and more than ever having our second child, and getting even deeper into the mom world, and I really need this. So I'm really excited, and it's really lifting my spirits, looking forward to that. And we're starting swimming lessons, so that is another chance to hopefully meet some parents for Steve and I. And then the other kind of mental symptom that I'm feeling is I'm very irritable, just like a lot of things are irritating me. And that is pretty common also, and I felt that in my pregnancy with Rhys too. I'm just like a little less snappy than I was a few weeks ago, but definitely a lot of things are like annoying me and irritating me more than usual. So there's a couple like down factors there, but at the same time there's so much excitement and so much anticipation for this baby. And I think pretty soon I'm going to start to feel better because I am 13 weeks, so I should be feeling better soon, I really hope. Okay, the other category is appointments. So I have already had 2 doctor's appointments and 2 ultrasounds. So I go in for the first one, did the P test. Yes, they said I was pregnant, and got me scheduled in for my next appointment, which then they would give me the referral to the OB. So I went to that appointment, and then I went to my 9-week ultrasound. That's kind of the dating scan. They just make sure that baby's attached and growing and everything like that, and the baby looked really good. I will insert a picture of the ultrasound because it's so cute. They have like little nubs, and so that was 9 weeks, and that's what they looked like. And their heart rate pretty much this entire time has been hovering around 165, and that's like exactly where Rhys was. So yeah, we had that ultrasound, but within like 2 or 3 hours of getting the ultrasound, normally they call me like a few hours, like by the end of the day or the next day. Within a couple hours they called, and I was driving, so I pulled over, and she was like, the baby looks really good. And that's when they gave me my due date, June 17th, 2019, based on the baby's measurement. So, and then she was like, but your left ovary is covered in cysts. And she's like, have you ever had those before? And and this was the nurse that called me, sorry, not the doctor. And I was like, no, I've never experienced that before, and like I never had that with my first pregnancy. And I was like, is that risky for the baby, or like, can you just tell, like, what do I do with this? Like, I don't even know what that is really. So then I finally got to talk to the doctor. So we went 11 weeks. So that was 2 weeks after that ultrasound I had to wait to get in. So I'm just seeing this doctor like temporarily. Now I've been referred to an OB that I'm going to start seeing at the end of the month, and I'll see that they'll be the one that delivers the baby. So she basically told me she would wait, that the OB would talk to me further about it, see what to do, but that she did want to measure because there's a risk if it grows and they burst, you could lose your ovary, right? That was like kind of freaky, because I was like, okay, well, we have no idea at this point. Are they growing? Am I gonna explode this month? Like, I don't know, because I've never had these before. But she said one good thing about them when you're pregnant is that they are like releasing hormones, so it's kind of helping the pregnancy, I guess. But still, I'm not really too sure why I have them. There's a number of reasons why or whatever, and the biggest thing is we just have to keep track of them, make sure they don't grow, and the OB can tell me more about that at the end of the month. So then I went for a second ultrasound at 12 weeks, which was just last week. I'll insert another picture. At least we got to see the baby, because normally we would have the first ultrasound, we wouldn't get to go again until like 18 to 20 weeks. So it's really nice that we got to see the baby again in between. That was cool. And everything looked good. Their heart's good, they're growing right on track. And then they called me again that day after that ultrasound, and she said that they haven't grown, so it's a really good sign. And basically I won't have any of my questions answered or know anything about them until I see my OB at the end of the month. So it does kind of bother me that they like won't just answer all my questions right now, but it's because I've been in limbo between doctors, and eventually we will get this all sorted out. And I so badly wish I would have done a video like this and done like updates with Rhys, because I wish I could look back and compare the 2 pregnancies, but I didn't, and I really regret that. So that's why with this one I really wanted to do this and maybe a lot of this stuff is like boring and I'm going into too much detail, but I don't want to forget. And the next time I'm pregnant, if we get pregnant again, I want to be able to look back on this and see like the comparison and really know the details of it all. So yeah, so sorry if I'm like putting in too many details, but I really want to keep track of this for myself. So another thing is weight. That with Rhys, luckily I think I can remember it a bit. I was 108 pounds when I got pregnant with Rhys, and when I delivered him I was around 150. So I gained like 42 to 45 pounds when I was pregnant with Rhys. So I do want to keep track of that one. This one I would like to gain only 35 pounds with this pregnancy, because with Rhys, like the first 20 pounds were gone like instantly within a couple weeks. Gone, because obviously like you have the baby and you get rid of a bunch of it, and then I was also breastfeeding, so I lost like that initial 20 to 25 pounds really quickly, but the last 20 was really hard for me to lose, especially breastfeeding, because I was like so hungry all the time. And even though I was eating healthy, I was eating like every hour, every 2 hours, because Rhys was nursing every hour. And so there was that, and having the C-section, that I really like didn't want to be that physical after that. And then I lost it and everything, and I was pretty much back to normal weight, because getting pregnant with this baby, I was 110 pounds, so 2 pounds heavier than with Rhys. And at my 11-week appointment, so that was 2 weeks ago, when they weighed me, I was 113 pounds. And so I just want to keep track of that to know how much I'm gaining. And so I've gained like 3 pounds since the beginning of this pregnancy, which, even though I've been throwing up, it's pretty, that makes sense to me that I've gained that weight, because to prevent myself from throwing up, I've also been eating every 2 hours. If I don't eat every 2 hours, I start to feel really sick. So I'm trying to make those meals like and snacks, I guess, every 2 hours, like relatively healthy. But after I throw up, I usually throw up all my healthy food, and so then to make myself feel better, I eat like toast and crackers and bagels and carbs and things just to fill myself, because I feel like it's like absorbing my hormones or something, and it makes me feel better. So that part kind of sucks, but I am trying to eat healthy most of the day. So yeah, so I've gained 3 pounds. We will see what happens the rest of this pregnancy. I've had to retire pretty much all my pairs of pants. Right now I have 2 pairs of leggings that like stretch and fit over my belly, and so that's kind of all I'm wearing. So I'm on the lookout for like not sweatpants, like a nice pair of pants that are like stretchy, or like a tie, kind of like high-waisted sort of little thing that I could wear for a long time in this pregnancy, because I don't want to spend the money right now buying maternity jeans. I bought 1 pair when I was pregnant with Rhys, and I just like don't like them, and I think I bought them a size too big and whatever. But maternity clothes are really expensive, so I don't want to like buy maternity stuff right now. I want to just buy a pair of pants that I could like wear after or wear postpartum, that are like stretchy and maybe like a straight leg, or I don't know. I'm on the lookout for some cute pants like that that aren't like sweatpants, you know? I'm wearing a lot of like just sweaters right now. I have these tank tops in a lot of different sizes. Right now I'm just wearing like these loose sweaters, but I need a couple more bigger sweaters that I'll probably won't buy like maternity. I'm probably just gonna buy like a size up. Okay, my camera died just before I wanted to show you my belly shot. Here's my 13-week belly in my second pregnancy. So this is what we got going on with Rhys. I didn't even have anything yet. I'll just show you, maybe I'll stand closer. With Rhys, it was probably like there at 13 weeks. So we are growing. Sorry, I just sat for half an hour and talked to you guys, so I've got like a line going on there, but we definitely have a bump going on. And if I was just like out and about wearing a tight shirt, this is kind of what it looks like. I'll move this. That's what it looks like under clothes right now. So yeah, there it is. So there's my belly, and thank you so much for sticking around and watching. Comment down below if you have any solutions for morning sickness and first trimester kind of issues, all the things that I talked about. And I will see you hopefully in a couple weeks when I talk about 15 or 16 week update. See you guys. bye.